today class is of art and architecture. So architecture word is derived from Latin word tecton. 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 This is a Latin word tecton. Tecton, which means tecton means builder. Tecton means builder. 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 Okay. So the word architecture is derived from the Latin word tecton, which means builder. Now a sculpture. A sculpture. A sculpture word is derived from the Proto-Indo-European word. Now here Proto-Indo-European language. Proto-Indo-European is a type of language, is a form of language which was spoke in the Central Asian region. Proto-Indo-European language. Proto-Indo-European language. Proto-Indo-European language. From this language, a word comes. Kale. This kale is a Proto-Indo-European word which means to bend. And this kale we use the word sculpture. A sculpture is derived from this word kale, from the Proto-Indo-European word kale, which means to bend. Now the story of Indian art and architecture is a story of evolution. From the Indus Valley civilization to British rule, every building, every sculpture has a story of their own. The emergence and decay of great empires and the invasion of foreign rulers. If any foreign entity comes in the Indian subcontinent, then that foreign entity comes with his own culture and style. Then how this Indian culture confluence with that foreign culture, we will see in this chapter. Now we will classify this art and architecture into different time period between ancient India, medieval India and modern India. Now, classification of Indian architecture. Classification of Indian architecture. Okay. Now this is ancient India. We will first see ancient India. Ancient India is divided into 5 arts. 5 arts. Is divided into 5 arts. Harappan art, Mauryan art, post-Mauryan art, Gupta age art, and South Indian art. Okay. Then medieval India. Now ancient India is divided into 5 arts. Look at this. Harappan art, Mauryan art, post-Mauryan art, Gupta age, South Indian art. Harappan civilization, when it was surviving, then that art of Harappan civilization is called Harappan art. Now when the Harappan declined and another civilization, another kingdom comes, emergence of new kingdom, that is a Mauryan kingdom, then the that kingdom has its own art and architecture, then that kingdom, modern kingdom, has modern art. The same wise, post-modern, after modern, there was a many small kingdoms, but that small kingdom also do have architectures. So postmodern art represent those architectures of small kingdoms. Now after that, Gupta age emerged, and Gupta ruled for around 500 years. So that Gupta age also have their own art and architecture, and Gupta age is also known as the golden period of Indian architecture. So we will read much more with more clarity about this Gupta age art. Now after that come South Indian art. South Indian art. We will read about the South Indian kingdom. South Indian kingdom in the ancient India, like many kingdoms, Wakataka kingdom, many South Indian kingdoms were there. So that South Indian kingdom also have the art and architecture which was different from the northern India. So we will read about the South Indian architecture also. After that, ancient India, historians divided art and architecture in the medieval period in two forms. Medieval India, here they divided into two forms: Delhi Sultanate and Mughal art. Before the Mughals, there was Delhi Sultanate in whole North India and the Central India. So this Delhi Sultanate, when come, they were foreigners, they were foreign entity. So when they come in Indian territory, Indian subcontinent, they come with their own art and architecture. Now Indian architecture and the Islamic architecture, how they confluence and a new architecture came, we will read in this Delhi Sultanate architecture. After Delhi Sultanate declined, Mughals came from the Central Asia, from the Oxandria region. So when they come from Oxandria, they come with the culture of Oxandria, Oxandrian culture they come with. So we will read the story of or history of Mughal art and architecture, which was the confluence of Indian architecture and the Central Asian culture. After that, modern India. Now historians divided modern India into two parts. Indo-Gothic style, Indo-Gothic style, Indo-Gothic style, Indo-Gothic style, and the New Roman style, and New Roman style, and New Roman style, and New Roman style. Now we will first read about Harappan art and architecture. Harappan art and architecture. Now Harappan art and Harappan civilization is also known as Indus Valley civilization. What we say? Indus Valley civilization. Now Indus Valley civilization was flourished in the 2500 BCE, when it emerged, when it flourished in the 2500 BCE on the bank of Indus River. On the bank of Indus River here. That's why we say Harappan civilization, also Indus Valley civilization. Whole civilization flourished on the banks of river Indus. On the banks of river Indus. And this Harappa is settled on the bank of river Ravi. On the bank of river Ravi. Not the on the bank of river Indus. On the bank of river Indus, the major city is Mohenjo-daro. And a lot of cities are there on the Indus river bank. But Harappa is on the Ravi river. Ravi river. Okay. Now, one question you will ask that, sir, 2500 BCE, it means as reference to the present time, it will be 2021. We will add it. This will become 4521 years back. How could we know, sir, what was the art and architecture before 4500 years ago? How do we know, sir? There were no literary sources of Indus Valley civilization. Yeah, I will say yes. There were no literary sources in the Indus Valley civilization, but during the excavation, we found sculptures, seals, jewelries, potteries, and many things. So these sculptures, seals, jewelries, potteries, which tell us the art and architecture of Indus Valley civilization that was 4500 years ago. After excavation, when excavation were going on, after excavation, historians found that, archaeologists found that Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were the two earliest towns which were having urban civic planning. Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were the two urban civic planned towns. Okay. Which one? Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were the two urban civic planned towns. Now, what does this mean? Urban civic plan towns or urban civic planning. What is the meaning of urban civic planning? Urban civic planning. What does this mean? Urban civic planning means in that town there will be a good network of roads, and roads would be connected with the towns, with the houses, and a good drainage system also. Now we will read about the Harappan art and architecture in more elaborate way. Now we will first see the town planning of the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro sites. Town planning of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro sites. After the excavation, the archaeologists found that the towns were built in a rectangular grid pattern. I will show you how. Let's say this is a row of houses, row of residential houses. Okay. Okay. Now, beside this row of residential houses, there is a road which connect all these houses. There is a road which connected all these houses. Then another row of houses. Then another row of residential houses. This is a house. House were built parallelly to the road. Okay. Then another road. Then another row of residential houses. And these roads were connected to another road at 90-degree right angles. Were connected at 90-degree right angles. Just think what was the level of engineering skills at that time. And beside each house, there were drains, and these drains were connected through a system, through a efficient system, through a single system. These drains were all connected. And the covers of these drains were loosely placed. So that it may be cleaned and maintained regularly by the authority, by the rulers. This is drain. And the covers of these drains were loosely placed, and they all were connected. So much efficient rolling system was there that the drainage system was clean, maintained. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan you can take as an example. Now there were another town. Let's say this is a town. Okay, another row of towns, residential houses. Now there were 3 types of buildings constructed in the Mohenjo-daro and Harappa sites. Okay, there are 3 types of buildings. This row of buildings can be categorized into 3 parts. There were 3 types of buildings built by the administration of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. They were, first one, types of building which were constructed were, first one, dwelling houses, means residential houses. Dwelling means residential. Second is public bath, सामूहिक स्नान घर. तीसरा पब्लिक बिल्डिंग्स, सामूहिक इमारतें, है ना, सामूहिक बाथ एंड सामूहिक इमारतें. Now this public bath was considered very pious. बहुत पवित्र था ये. People used to take bath in this public bath and think that their sins were gone away. They have faith in this public bath. And this cultural system persistent in our society till now after 4500 years. We took bath in the rivers. To clean ourselves, to cleanse our inner soul. So people of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were also doing the same thing 45 years ago back. They were taking bath in the public bath, trying to cleanse their own soul. And this is a public building. Commercial works or any official work were being done there, were being done here in the public building. and dwelling house were the residential houses where the people used to live. Now these buildings, these public buildings were built by burnt mud bricks. मतलब ईंट से जली हुई, जो मट्टी को हम लोग जला के जो ईंट बनाते हैं, उन सभी ईंटों से ये इमारतें बनी हुई थी, ताकि इमारतें स्ट्रांग हो, मजबूत हो। जली हुई मट्टी को कलेक्ट करके जो हम लोग उसको रेक्टेंगुलर शेप में दे के फिर उसको जब जलाते हैं, फिर जो ईंट बनती है, जो तैयार होती है, जो कि अभी भी हम लोग यूज करते हैं, वो सेम ईंट 4500 ईयर्स बैक पहले भी यूज होती थी। तो बर्न्ड मड ब्रिक्स यूज होती थी बिल्डिंग्स में, पब्लिक बाथ में, घर को बनाने में, ड्वेलिंग हाउसेस में यूज होती थी बर्न्ड मड ब्रिक्स। और इन बर्न्ड मड ब्रिक्स को, इन ईंटों को जोड़ते कैसे थे? जिप्सम के मदद से। यहां पे मान लो जिप्सम है, ये पकड़ लो जिप्सम है, ये जिप्सम है, जिप्सम मोर्टार। अब जिप्सम मोर्टार क्या होता है? जिप्सम मोर्टार क्या होता है? जिप्सम मोर्टार इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ सैंड एंड प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस। जिप्सम मोर्टार इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ सैंड एंड प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस। दिस इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ सैंड प्लस प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस। अब ये एक दोनों ईंटों को बिल्कुल जोड़ के रखता है। अब इसके ऊपर भी ईंट बना दो, इसके बीच में भी हमने जिप्सम डाल दिया, इसके नीचे भी जिप्सम डाल दिया। अब ये बिल्कुल मजबूत दीवार बन गई, मजबूत इमारतें बन गई। तो पीपल ऑफ हड़प्पा एंड मोहनजोदारो यूज्ड जिप्सम मोर्टार टू कंस्ट्रक्ट देयर बिल्डिंग्स। ठीक है, अब हम लोग बात करेंगे सिटी की, शहर की, कि शहर किस मेथड ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन से बना हुआ था। तो सिटी जो था वो दो भागों में बटा हुआ था। अगर आप मोहनजोदारो और हड़प्पा के सिटीज को देखेंगे तो सिटीज दो भागों में बटे हुए थे। ठीक है, सिटीज दो भागों में बटे हुए थे। एक भाग हल्का सा, एक भाग ऊंचा था ऐसा, और एक भाग नीचे था, लोअर था, उससे नीचे था। तो ऊपर वाले भाग में जो शहर का भाग था, ऊपर वाले जो भाग में जो शहर बसा था और नीचे वाले भाग में जो शहर बसा था, उनमें अंतर था। ऊपर वाले भाग में अमीर लोग रहते थे, इन द सेंस कौन कौन? यहां रूलर्स रहते थे, एरिस्टोक्रेट्स रहते थे, ऑफिशियल बिल्डिंग्स रहती थी, मतलब एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का काम होता था। एक मिनट, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का काम होता था, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का काम होता था। एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव बिल्डिंग्स बनी थी, ग्रेनरीज थी, अनाज घर था। एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव बिल्डिंग्स, ग्रेनरीज, रूलर्स रहते थे, एरिस्टोक्रेट्स रहते थे। ये इसे क्या कहेंगे हम लोग? अप्रेस्ड सीटाडेल, अप्रेस्ड सीटाडेल। और ये लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द सिटी, ये लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द सिटी, लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द सिटी। यहां कॉमन लोग रहते थे, कॉमन लोग रहते थे, कॉमन लोग रहते थे रेसिडेंशियल हाउसेस में, ड्वेलिंग हाउसेस में, रेसिडेंशियल हाउसेस में। मतलब हम लोग क्या कह सकते हैं, क्या कंक्लूजन क्या लगा सकते हैं? देयर वाज डिवीजन ऑफ क्लास इन द इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन। इन द इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन देयर वाज डिवीजन ऑफ क्लास अमंग द पीपल। तो वो क्लासलेस सोसाइटी नहीं था। इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन वाज नॉट क्लासलेस सोसाइटी। Indus Valley civilization was divided into two classes, one a praised citadel and another lower part of the city. In the lower part of the city, who lives? Ordinary people, आम लोग. And in the upper citadel, who lives? Rulers, aristocrats. So there was difference between the people. There was no a common class. There was a difference. Rulers and aristocrats lived in different part of the city, which they consider as their privilege. So whenever there is privilege in the society, that society is not classless. Means there are division in the society. Now, advanced drainage system, I told you earlier, there were advanced drainage system. And one thing in drainage system, the small drains were connected to a larger drain. Okay, and these larger drains were connected to a large tank, which we called cesspit, okay. And these cesspits were present at regular intervals, okay. थैंक यू. अगली क्लास में